as you mentioned, the role of the consumer is critical in getting the right service, because the truth is we teach people how to treat us. Boycotts have a long and noble history of contributing to progressive social change as well as succeeding in the more immediate goals. But why is that not a popular course of action here? Do you know?
In the consumer terrain or generally?
In the consumer terrain, boycotts.
Well, that will be left to consumers.
You know, just take it and take it and take it.
That's right. And that's our slogan in CP is don't grumble, complain. Because consumers just say, oh, well, that's Nigeria. You buy something, you don't like it, you throw it away, go and buy. I said, don't do that. It's your money, hard-earned money. You're entitled to value for it. What you're doing is enriching another business to declare profit over and over on your dissatisfaction. Sometimes we have resolved a complaint of somebody says, I bought airtime for 1,000 naira and it just disappeared or whatever. And we intervene and the company will write us to say, we've reversed either a deduction sometimes in banks or we've paid back the airtime. It's your money. You must never give it as a gift to businesses. So it's our nature not to complain. But what I'm trying to whip out of consumers is that please don't grumble anymore. There is a viral agency that will listen to you, no matter how small. On the issue of why consumers don't go on boycott, again, it's not in our character to take ourselves serious enough to go to the extra length. I mean, for instance, if anybody tells you that you're invited to a rally to protest, I'm sure you tell them, I don't have the time. You know, so it's something that is not ingrained in us, but I think it's coming up now. There was one major boycott, one major effort at boycotting. But again, as you know, I mean, those are certain areas that we can't receive 100% participation because a lot of people have bank interests. But it's coming up. And it will only come with awareness of consumers and the knowledge that they must not allow businesses to exploit them and that they can use any lawful method, including boycott.
Generally, how can we promote an environment of fair and ethical trade practices?
Two ways: consumer protection and compliance driven by adherence to competition law. You know, there is the business abuse and there is the protection of consumers of business abuse, but there is also another component that can modify their behavior in a very, very effective way. And that is by enacting a competition law, which we don't have now. Now, a competition law provides a fair, level playing ground for businesses to thrive. It therefore punishes certain business behaviors, which is rampant here, which the Consumer Protection Act is not enabled to do. So in ensuring a fair play, we must pass a competition law that has the potential, and it punishes up to 10% of a gross income of a business if you are found to have carried out any anti-competition behavior. It's a very huge fine. These ones about trillions are child play because it will be calculated on your gross income. But I'm happy to say that the National Assembly in the 8th House is considering very seriously the enactment of a competition law. Actually, it has gone through the first and second reading. It's scheduled for a public hearing shortly. And coming from the background that this law has been going from one assembly to the other in the last 10 years, you can imagine why a lot of people will not want that kind of law, but I think that it's about time, and I believe with the current government and the interest that the government has in the general well-being of all Nigerians, they will be well supported with a competition law that will modify the behavior of businesses and compel them to exhibit best practices.
Mrs. Dupe Atoki, we thank you for your time.
Thank you, Modele.
And we thank you for watching. Do join us next time when View from the Top returns. But between now and then, please let's continue this conversation online at channelstv.com and on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @ModeleSY. Thank you again for watching. I look forward to seeing you again next time.